But your head is bigger than mine. The hat wouldn't fit on your head. All right. Good morning, folks. Merry Christmas. It's the big Christmas weekend. It's when the ducks take it easy. Not. Mindy. How's Mindy enjoying her cancer-free dog? I tried really hard to get a thumbnail with Doug with the Christmas hat on here, but it wouldn't even go on his head. His head is bigger than mine. I did not know that till just now. This barely goes on my head, but it does absolutely not go on Doug's head. Oh, he's on lookout already. Oh, okay. Oh, wakey, wakey, Matt. I went to bed at 8 p.m. Absolutely wiped right out. Good morning, Inga. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's early, so we're probably going to have nobody from this part of the world because everybody's sleeping in. It's Christmas. But hey, there's other parts of the world, isn't there? Well, Mindy's up. She's probably getting ready for Christmas. Are you doing last minute? No, Mindy, you would not be doing last minute wrapping. You're just too organized for that. Actually, if you told me you were doing last minute wrapping, I would be shocked. That would be like me doing last minute wrapping. It don't happen. Is Mindy going to admit it? Oh, Thomas at 5 a.m. Oh, bacon cookies. Fresh cookies on Christmas. That's totally acceptable. Totally acceptable. Better than leftover Christmas. Hint, hint. You know what I mean? Or pre-cooked turkey on Christmas. Fresh cookies. What kind of cookies? I love cookies. Homemade fresh cookies. Oh, walnut cake. Oh, that's now you people are talking my language. I actually like walnut cake. Are you putting extra walnuts into them? Because you got to put like a little extra overkill. Okay, Doug wants some Christmas attention here. Okay, Doug. See, I'm talking and he's jealous. Oh, Doug. Does the recipe call for 2 and you're putting 4 in? Is that what you're doing? Because that's the only way that would be an awesome cake. If it's calling for 4 and you're putting 4 in, then it's just a normal walnut cake, Tom. There's got to be some extra in there. Yes, as in it calls for 2 and you're putting 4? Right on. That's my kind of bacon. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. Always double the bonus ingredient. Oh, he's lifting his little foot up. Sugar cookies. Oh, I like those. Russian tea cookies. Ice sour cream. Never had those. Sugar cookies. Peanut butter fudge cookies. Yeah, they're good. Oh, Mindy. I'm so glad that there's no way you can get them to me before Christmas. Inga's fridge is full. Mine's empty because I have no more eggs in it. Oh, the recipe calls for 1.5 cups. Oh, you're really doing her up, Tom. 4 cups. That's the way to do it. Okay, I think Doug's had enough. He wants treats. Actually, Doug probably wants out. I'm thinking he wants out. Doug, do you want out? Hang on here, let's see. Do you want out? No, out is not sit. Why do you do that when I say out? Here, let's see if he'll go out. You want out? Come on. Go for, oh yeah, you're going for a rip. Oh, I don't believe this. That is very, very unusual of Doug to do this. He doesn't like going outside without me. Oh, he's out there barking. All right, I gotta take the hat off, folks, because it's polyester and my head's already sweating. So I just had to start off here with the Christmas hat. It's the only thing Christmas I have in my house. So when you say giant duck, how big is a giant duck? Well, Pella, it's been a long time since you've seen me. It's because you're not watching the channel. It's not because I've been gone anywhere or I was on holidays. You just left us. Then came back. Which is alright, I guess. Yes, it is your fault. Inga, how big, how many kilos is your giant duck? Oh, 3 kilos. That's a big duck. That's a very big duck. That is a giant duck, Inga. And it's just for you. Are you not having people over? That will last you like 4 to 5 meals if you eat like a little bird. If you eat like me, it'll be 3. I'm a good guy. Thank you, Pella. Looks like a mouse. Yeah, wild ducks are tiny. Wild ducks are tiny, tiny little critters in comparison. Oh, like really small. Well, look at the size of Minnie compared to the rest of the ducks. So, as you notice, I'm doing this stream before I go to the barn because I'm going to try something today. Surprise. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm going to give it a try. We'll see how it works today. And then we're going to go back to the regular scheduled programming, meet back in the garage, finishing off the water station and dealing with the hospital ducks, cleaning the barn. I'm thinking the ducks are getting out today. Well, how are you going to prepare your duck? That's what I'd like to know, Inga. What are you doing to it? I hope you're not going to like mask it with so much spice that you won't be able to taste it. Unless it's a farm duck and then spice it right up. You're going to roast it. That's a good idea. So do you know when you're roasting it, do you have a pan that you can lift it off the bottom at least 2 inches? Do you have a pan like to suspend it? And do not cover it. Salt and pepper, you could put a little bit more on it than that. Like you have a pan that you can raise it off, like it's this high, off the bottom of the pan, like it like hangs. Do you have something like that? Because that's the absolute best way to cook a duck. And if you cook it breast side down. It's not so it can drip, it's so that the skin is not in its own drippings. You just don't want the skin in its own drippings or it ruins the skin. And in the last 30 minutes, breast side down, the last 30 minutes, flip it and put the breast side up. That's all you need to do. 40 minutes. That's all you do. One flip, the last 40 minutes to crisp the breast skin. That's all you got to do. It's very easy. Easier to cook a duck than a chicken. But it's very important. You've seen my pan. Have you seen my pan I have for doing duck? I've got it sitting here on the counter if you'd like to see it. Have you ever seen it? So you get your mind right around exactly what I'm talking about? Because I'd hate you to ruin your Christmas duck. I'm going to show. Other people want to see. Inga's not interested, but other people are. Okay, I made this. Of course, like everything here. Okay? So, it's a standard roasting pan that had one of these things on the bottom. And I made these stainless steel hangers. See? And they just hang on the side of the pot. And it's 2 inches off the bottom of the pot. And then I put this on. and voila. That's how you cook your duck. Okay? It's very, very simple. Very, very simple. So, and I just happen to have these stainless steel pieces that I bent that fit here. Okay? That's my duck roasting pan right there. And goose. That's how you do it. If you do not have stainless steel pieces of metal in your household that you can do that, you can also use a coat hanger and bend it to hold your rock up on the bottom. Burn the coat hanger off first. Put it in your in the oven and burn it so that it burns all the resin off of it first before you cook with it. Okay. If you want to collect the duck fat, yes, I collect duck fat out of the bottom of the pan too. But it's more important. It's more important that your duck does not sit in its duck fat because it'll ruin the skin. Ruin the skin. The whole thing. The ducks. 55% of a duck experience is the skin. Which is very important. Inga, oh, you got a little apartment stove? Wow, it's only a 3-kilo duck. It's got what do you got like a Betty Crocker oven? Good morning, Vista. Merry Christmas, everybody. I had a Christmas hat on at the beginning of the stream. I took it off because my head was sweating. So we'll just rub it against my face because it's polyester. And man, oh man, is it hot. Okay? So I had it on and then I took it off. I tried to get it on the dog's head for a photo, but I discovered that Doug's head's bigger than mine. Oh, it's a combination oven microwave. I have one of those. We call them a convection oven. And well, it'd be tight. It would be very tight. But my convection oven, I killed it. I've actually got to take it apart, which I really should because I would love to cook a duck in it. The fan broke inside, and it's an awesome old oven. It's ancient. It's really ancient. It's like 25 years old. The only thing wrong with it, there's this fan, and the fan died, and you can't run it without the little tiny fan, or it's no longer a convection. It just superheats itself. But I would love to cook a duck in it. Because a convection oven, oh man, would that make tasty duck skin. It would be so crispy. Plus, you probably wouldn't have to flip it. It would be like super tasty, crispy skin. I should fix it so I can do it. Oh, I hear a dog tapping at the door. Come on, little dog. Oh, you're so quiet when you tap at the door. He sits at the door and he takes his toenails and he just touches the toe. Like he's like this. Like that's all he does. Just little light knock. Doesn't scratch hard. Like he just taps with his toenail. Just tick, tick, tick. I'm here. Now, if you ignore him long enough, he does climb up the side of the door and just starts scraping the paint off the door if you ignore him long enough. But he starts off, tick, tick, tick. I know you're in the kitchen. See, now he's back to work. See? He's watching the lake, eh? Mindy, if the neighbors are shooting, like on the other side of the lake, oh man, destroy the paint job. And I automotive painted my doors, so they've got like a wicked paint job on them. Like as far as hard is concerned, like they're scratched all the crap. But I probably could. I know I could buff them out because it's not. I didn't paint them with house paint. I actually took the doors off the house, took them into the garage, turned my garage into a paint shop, which was a big ordeal. Draped plastic all over the place, exhaust fans, and then I used real automotive paint, 2-stage paint with the spray gun. Never used it in my life before, had no idea what I was doing, and I painted How many doors? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5 doors. I painted 5 doors because the automotive body shop wanted $700 a door. And I said, I'm not paying $700 a door. So it was $300 in paint and about a week and a half of my time is what it took. Had my doors taped up because you have to take the doors off your house, right? So it was like I had my doors all taped up, and I had to do stages because you had a door that you can go in and out of. So like I had to, I couldn't paint all the doors at once, so, which was a shame. And I managed to paint all the doors. My first time ever using automotive paint with a spray gun, like the real automotive spray gun, and I got no runs, not a run, like nothing, not even any orange peel. Absolute perfect paint jobs. So it wasn't bad. $3,500 in paint plus tax for $300 and a week of my effort, week and a half, 8 days I think it was. But like I turned a 10-year-old door into a brand new door, and it's still brand new. So, it was a 2-part paint where you had to put the hardener in, mix it all up, 2-stage. Automotive paint, the real deal, the real deal. Where you go to the automotive shop, you buy the automotive paint that the paint shops use. Oh, it's the tricky stuff, real tricky stuff, where you had to use reducers and thinner or reducers and solvents, and it was a lot of work. Because that was my painting job. That would have been a good video actually. It was like 8 days. I wouldn't have live streamed that. I would have had to do it in shortest part because it was like a lot of screwing around. Doors hanging from the ceilings. The whole garage full of doors hanging. Looked like a horror show, all the doors hanging, or a music video. All these doors hanging. It was a mess. But I wasn't paying $700 a door to paint 10-year-old doors. I'm not doing that, buddy. So. Everybody's in the Christmas spirit this morning. So there's going to be a Christmas surprise today. I'm working on a surprise. I plugged it all in. I'm working on it. It's going to happen. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta go do something. Forgot. Gotta warm the batteries up. Yeah, that 2-stage paint is dangerous. If you don't have exhaust fans, you can blow yourself up and die all at the same time. You got snow at your place, Vista? We got a little bit of snow last night, just a sprinkling. Oh yeah, I was going to check the weather. That's what I was doing. I clicked on the link and never looked. Okay, ducks are getting outside. Actually, the ducks are getting outside really soon this morning. That's why I'm having coffee right now with you. Because I looked and it was only -10. So we're going to be doing a morning coffee early, and then we're going to go let the ducks out, do egg recon. Yes, there's going to be, I let the Christmas surprise out. Damn. We're going to do egg recon with the tear deck. Oh, I just said it all. Man, I can't keep a Christmas secret very well. So, -11 tonight. Well, we'll see what the wind chill is tonight. But the wind chill right now is -17. Still chilly out. But the ducks, they're going to be getting out real soon here. And then I'm going to go to the garage, and we're going to be working on the water and getting it happening for the ducks to be outside. And guess how cold it's going to be here on Boxing Day, my birthday, and the day after my birthday. They're calling for -29. Why on my birthday does it have to be -29? I'm just going to be laid on the couch. -17 high during the day. Like, yes, Inga, we're going to be doing the foam today. We got to cut the foam. Excess foam has to be cut today. Put the bottom on the watering station, and then get the metal grids and figure out how I bent them to make the curve. But with any luck, the watering station will be outside today. It should be outside today. Because the grid ain't gonna die. I'll bang it, I'll bend it somehow. It'll happen. I gotta cut it outside though, folks. So I won't be doing a stream of me grinding off the grid, because I don't want to grind it off and use a zip to cut it off inside, because it'll be just like metal filings everywhere. That fine black filings. I'm gonna do it outside on the sawhorses, and then I'll come inside. So I'm gonna do a bunch of cutting first before I even do the stream, and then I'll be inside. Yeah, high of -17. Do you realize how cold it is when you have a high of -17 during the day? Like, that is just not nice. -17 during the day, that's like all the blinds pulled in the house. Pray the power doesn't go off. And I wish I had a wood stove. Oh man, days like that, I wish I had a wood stove. Except the insurance companies are brutal when you put a wood stove in your house. Your insurance goes up 50% when you put a wood stove in your house. It's like, it adds like, well, it's $1,600 a year extra to have a wood stove in your house. Anyways, -17. So today, when is it going to warm up? Pretty soon. 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It's -10 right now. They're saying it's colder than that. Anyways, we're having coffee, and then we're going to go outside. I can't wear my Japanese jacket outside, Inga. Oh. Wood stove, fireplace is a wood stove. It's just a different kind of wood stove. You're burning wood in your house. As soon as you start burning wood inside your house, it goes through the roof, your insurance, because they automatically assume there's a good chance you're gonna burn your house down. The odds are with you that your house is gonna burn down. Like, Jennifer, I've told you this before, Jennifer. Get a piece of paper. Get a piece of paper, Jennifer, and a pen. Okay, I'll wait till you get the paper and pen, and I'll tell you how to find the degree symbol. You have an open fireplace and no insurance increase at all, eh? Really, Inga? You sure about that? Because if you didn't have the fireplace in your apartment, your insurance might be less. I have told you, Jennifer. Now, I told you to get paper and pen. Okay, so you hold the Alt key and then go 0176 on your numbers pad, okay? Has to be on the number pad. Alt, and then on the number pad, 0176. Okay, there you go. Do you have a sprinkler system in your apartment? Because if you have a sprinkler system, then that would negate the see, Vista knew. Hello, Juanita. Ah, Jennifer got it. No sprinklers. That's bizarre. Here, you put a fireplace in or burning, man, log out. And if she had a Mac, I have no idea, Pella. This is not a Mac channel. This is a PC channel. And now Vista is coming to the defense of Jennifer. It's like she's like the Secret Service. She just dives in front to take the bullet. I've had close calls with fires in the house, in the cottage. I've almost burnt my parents' cottage down multiple times. It's freaking dangerous having fire, especially if you're drinking. Should not drink when you have a fireplace or a wood stove in your house. Or if you are drinking, Do not touch it. It's not a good thing. That's why I would like to have uh, an outdoor wood fire furnace outdoor. That way, if she burnt down, she's outside, far from the house. Um, but I would like to have that wood option. Maybe one day. That's and smoke detectors and they're always going off. You know how smoke detectors they say replace your batteries every time the time changes every 6 months. Well, when you have a fire, like a fireplace or a wood stove in your house, you don't need to change your smoke detector batteries every 6 months. You're changing them every 3 months because the things are going off so much. The batteries are dead. I did a big mistake here. I didn't even realize it. I was I heard a chirping sound, and I'm usually pretty good at changing the batteries in the smoke detectors. I heard this chirping sound. I was like, okay, go change the batteries. And I go around, and yep. I changed them all the last time changed all the batteries, but I still kept hearing the chirping sound. I'm like, where is that chirping sound coming from? And it turned out it was the hallway upstairs. I took the batteries out, and I write the dates on the batteries with a magic marker, so I know the date. Oh, people, I couldn't believe it. You would not believe the date on the battery in the hallway upstairs. It blew me away. It was like, whoa, Matt, how did you forget about this for so long? Like, oh, Vista, no. And the thing was, they were just now going off as dead. That they were like, it was just chirping now saying that they're no longer working anymore. December 2012. They were 5 years. I was like, what? How did they last 5 years? Like, and they just started chirping, the batteries were going dead. Like, there were some pretty good copper top batteries, I'll tell you. Yeah, the copper top Duracell, 5 years. Unbelievable. I took my smoke detector out of the kitchen. So it drove me nuts. And then out of the uh, hallway in front of the shower too, because that drove me nuts. Every time you have a shower, it would go off. So it's like, how to get rid of those. Good morning, Susie. Is it nice and cold in Montreal this morning? It's not bad here today. Is everybody like almost ready for Christmas? I went to bed at 8. 6:06 I woke up. You're ready enough? Wow. I'm ready. I woke up and all I could think about was I got to start working on my merchandise store. I got to start working on it. I really do. I really do. Like I thought to myself, Christmas, I got to do a little bit of disappearing here during Christmas, like not do my serial streaming, and I'm gonna work on that, which is really depressing because I rather serial stream than that. But I got to do that. I got to sit down and actually do it. I got to start working on it in a bad way. Like I absolutely have to. It's one of those things I got no choice. It's not even up for option anymore. It's 7:37, Paul. Here. I'm not there yet, Vista. I still got the preliminary setup to do, and the basic logos to do. We're not at the phrases stage yet. I got to get all the artwork taken care of first. that I've got here. And then it's so much work, but I gotta do it. I have to. Google paid me. I got my pay yesterday. I think that's why I woke up this morning thinking, I gotta get this done. It's like, because the Google ain't paying anymore. Am I staying on my property, or do I travel? Where would I travel? Get my short bus and go on a tour with the ducks? Go visit everybody with the ducks in a short bus? Ain't no traveling happening here. I got ducks to take care of. Gotta keep the streams going. I got just stuff to do. Never ends. I don't get any time off, really. I'm so glad that I actually enjoy what I'm doing, or oh man, would it be hell? It's a short bus Christmas. That's what it is. We're going for a tour. You know what? I just realized that right now it is around noon, and where is Digger Pete? He must be with family, because this is like noon right now, his time. He should be popping in here any second. My foot's sore, Vista. It's sore. I'm living in work boots. I can't do anything any length of time outside without the old work boots on, or I'm suffering. It's a constant sore. It's a constant sore. I get these shooting pains on the top of my foot. Yesterday I had a lot of shooting pains. It's the most bizarre thing. It feels like a hot knife shooting pain. That's what it feels like. I tore some ligaments. I did something that I hope heals and I get back to normal. I hope. Whatever I did that day with the tractor on the twist, that damage, I'm hoping it heals and the pain stops. Oh, my Achilles tendon is constantly sore. I can't touch it. Like I can't even squeeze it. I go to the side of my foot and squeeze it, it hurts. The old Achilles tendon is not doing well. When I put my socks on, I gotta be very careful. I gotta be careful with the socks. Even putting the long underwear on. When the long underwear goes over my Achilles tendon, it's tender. It takes a long time for those things to heal? Really, Vista? Really? I hurt myself in June, and it's December. Oh, that is a long time. Oh, but a concussion? Yeah, I'm still suffering from the concussion. Shaking the can of foam yesterday, I actually got a headache. Not lying. It was like, I knew when I was shaking it too. I said, oh, I'm going to pay for this. And I've had a headache since I shook the can of foam yesterday for Inga. Because I shook it really good so we get lots of foam out of her. What's later amp? What's amp? Who's amp? AMP. I don't know this amp. Oh, amp. Okay, I call him 7XL. Whose amp is like, that isn't a really good short form. 7XL is a better short form. It's first name or last name, but you're short form in the first name. Hello, Jordan. Oh, she's just starting to get light out. Just starting. We're going to be having a duck rush here early this morning. I wonder how the ducks. Oh, elbow crotch. I wonder how the ducks are doing right now. Do they have water? I haven't heard any PETA freaking out here in the. Oh, not many people watching the ducks right now. Oh, back up. Oh,
Really?
oh, that was bizarre. Come on. No, they're out of water. They're reaching right to the bottom to get a drink. Only 9 people watching the poor little ducks. Poor little ducks. Any dead ducks last night? Any gangline slayings? No gangline slayings last night? No, there's little Magoo cleaning himself. You guys are getting that real soon here, folks. It's only 4 people watching the front of the barn. Oh, they're at the door looking. Oh, it's getting bright out there. We don't feel that really cold draft. Let us out. Poor geese. Only 3 people. The neglected geese. Only 3 people watching the geese. Poor gooses. Oh, they drank all their water. It looks like the water's empty. They went through 5 gallons of water last night. Unbelievable. I need to soak in Epsom salts with the ducks. I could. I could do a soap with the ducks. I gotta take warm water over the ducks. I wish I had hot water in the garage. I was trying to figure out, I got an old kettle. And I thought to myself, I could take this kettle apart. And I got a stainless steel bucket over there. And I could make like sort of a hot water heater for the ducks. Because warm Epsom salt soak is better than a cold Epsom salt soak. So, you know. Because we got like 5 ducks in the hospital. So, man. Thankfully, they're not in the house, folks. Oh, I'd be cracking having that much straw in the house. I don't care in the garage. It doesn't bother me. Electric kettle? You don't know what electric kettle is? Never heard of electric kettle? Seriously, Inga? It's for boiling water. You know, like to make coffee, stuff like that. You know, your kitchen counter. You fill it with water, holds maybe about 2 liters. You plug it into a wall socket. I've got 2 of them in the garage. I have them in the garage. I use them for when I need hot water in the garage, and I don't want to run to the house. I just grab them. They're just old ones. But I was going to take one apart and see if I could hang the element in I got a stainless bucket over there. That's what I was thinking. And then I could heat a pail of water. You know? Or I could just carry a 20-liter bucket of hot water from the house over to the garage. That's the other way of doing it. Oh, Jordan, I love you too. The 6 geese are laid, 5 ducks are soaking. Yeah, man, oh man, way too many ducks in the hospital. If the electric kettle is closed off from the water. No, not the kettles I have. The kettles I have, you can see the element inside the kettle. You can see it, Vista, or I wouldn't have this idea. I could actually see the element. They're submerged. And that's what I was thinking. If I took a pair of tin snips and cut the kettle all to crap, I could hang the element inside the pail and heat the pail of water. It would be dangerous as hell because, you could potentially electrocute yourself. Or burn yourself bad. Something like that could happen. But it's doable. Oh, now your grandson wants some ducks. Actually, yesterday, folks, when I was saying hi to my buddies for Christmas there, when I drove by the woodworks coming back the way that it wasn't covered in ice, there were people there, and they were like, "Oh man, you were watching your duck show. Oh, it's so funny." And I was like, upset. And people thought I was crazy doing this duck show before. Now we're sitting there at Christmas, and everybody's saying, "Oh yeah," they were watching. I was like, "Oh, so I got local fans now." And they've got their family. They've actually got some family members now watching, some daughters and uncles, and because they got some T-shirts from me, and their family now are watching the ducks. It was cute. The duck adventure is spreading, but I need to get the merchandise store done. I absolutely have to work on that this Christmas. I have to. That's my Christmas project. I was gonna wear yellow today, Jennifer, but then I opted for brown. But I did. I picked the yellow up first today. And I thought, no, I'll put the brown on. And Jordan's 13. Well, Jordan, I'm 55 right now. Local fans are the best. Actually, no, Susan. My YouTube fans are the best. They're the best. The locals don't want to buy T-shirts. They want me to give them the T-shirts. They say, "I'll wear them for you." No, no. The idea about the T-shirts is you make a donation, you get a free T-shirt. It helps the cause. Oh, just give me a T-shirt. It's my YouTube supporters that are the best. What's happening down the Magoon? What's happening? Paul, what part of the world are you in, Paul? Paul Messenger, where are you right now? Tell me please what part of the world you're in. I just want to get my head around this first before I answer you. I'm waiting for Paul in the UK. Okay, Paul, I'm pretty sure it happens in the UK too, but not all the time. Here, when it gets really cold, ice occurs. It's called when the water goes below zero, it freezes solid. So when you have multiple days of minus 18 and minus 20, it becomes very, very, very non-liquid state. And since the lagoon is made up of a liquid called water, it's frozen. Everything freezes here, Paul. Everything. Absolutely everything. I go through more sand and salt than you can shake a stick at because of the amount of ice that is here. Lots of ice here. Everything's ice. I think we've had in the last 3 weeks one day that everything was melting and it wasn't ice. Which was the other day when I was on the roof doing the flashing on the barn. As Susie said, rock solid. See, she's in Montreal. She has the same type of weather as me. Nasty cold. Like right now, the wind chill is minus 17. Minus 17 is the wind chill. Yesterday, the wind chill during the day was like pushing 22 below. 22 below. What happens to water at 22 below zero? An orange. Out an orange. I don't understand, Paul. Heard stories you tout out an orange and mins. It's solid. Don't understand. That's a screwed up sentence. Oh, an orange. Put an orange out, and in minutes it's solid. Well, not that fast, but it's fast. She freezes pretty quick here, depending on the day. Like this coming week. Okay, December 27th, Paul. Get ready for some real cold stuff. Hello, Colin. Vivian's grandchild. I think it's Vivian's grandchild. Are you there, Colin? Colin's 7, and he wants to have ducks. Doesn't play with others. Hasn't been here all week. I've been whining all week about having to edit, and because I did something this week, that the only thing I have to edit, and I woke up this morning thinking I'll edit this as soon as I get up, and I woke up at 6:06 and I was like, I'm gonna edit, and then you know what I thought? No, I'd rather serial stream, so I didn't edit. So what do I have to edit? What's the only thing I have to edit? Oh, Inga putting it would be nice to have a video. Oh, Inga, you're such a slave driver. I know you really hate doing it, but I want it. Do it. I don't care if you're miserable and it sucks the life out of you when you edit. I want it. Give it to me. But I have found a shortcut, folks. I have got a shortcut, which this is going to be my last edit on the food bank. The Facebook page of the Redford Food Bank, we have confirmed how we're going to do it. I'm going to take a picture of the eggs, go drop them off, and then I'm going to send the picture to the guy on the Facebook page, and he's going to post the picture on the Facebook page that the food bank got the eggs. Done. I share it on Facebook. It's over. And I don't have to edit, because I hate editing. So this will be the last food bank video that I will ever do, unless something goes wrong. So, because I hate it. I just hate it, folks. You have no idea how much I hate it. Put it this way, if I had to edit, I honestly think, I don't know, I'd be looking for a new job. I'd be leaving if I had to edit. I really don't want to do that. You won't be disappointed, Inga, because it's either more of me live or less of me live. Which do you want? No, it's not okay, because you're disappointed. You're sitting there giving me a hard time on Christmas weekend. I gotta get more coffee. Well, yeah, yesterday, folks, it was so cold here, and I didn't realize how cold it was until last night when I was locking the ducks up, and I was putting the ducks, closed the gate on the front of the door, and I went over to the bathtub, and the bathtub water was still was still clear. You could see right to the bottom, and there was only this much water missing out of the tub. They didn't even go in the bathtub yesterday. That's how cold it was here. That's like when the wind chill is that bad that the ducks won't even go in the water. That's how nasty it was. That's why when I cleaned the barn yesterday, it was a mad rush back into the barn, because it was that nasty out. The feathers were lifting and they were catching a chill. The wood planks on the tub last night. I put it on last night, covered it. I said, why have it open with the wind howling? I'm in Argentina, Jordan. Don't listen to these people. I'm raising penguins for the homeless. I know Espanol though. I'm trapped here in Argentina. Speaking English is a struggle for me to do my daily life here, because I don't know Espanol. No, Susan, what I'm going to do, I've decided that what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to do this pre-thing and estimate, because it's so hard to estimate. So what I'm going to do is the end of December, I'll get the bill from M&R Feeds, and I will get, and I have the invoices, because I pay by check for the straw. is I will do the M&R invoice with all the stuff that I bought for the ducks for the whole month of December. Things like, like the horse pail for the geese, the feed, the Epsom salts, like the complete M&R duck survival bill. And then the straw bill, I will copy those, make a GoFundMe, and I will put it up in January, and this is what December costs. And I'm just going to do that. That's the way I'm going to do it. Because just trying to estimate ahead of time, yeah, it's like, it opens up too much controversy because I get people sending me messages that I'm scamming, and it's like, I just don't need the grief. So I'm just going to do it by the bills. When we get the final bill from M&R and then the final straw bills, and there you go. This is what I spent in December. There's the GoFundMe. Take care of it if you want to help out. And that's the way I'm going to do it. So it's cut and dry, it's simple, clean, no screwing around. Because trying to do an estimate in the future, it's too complicated. It's just easier to do it that way. And then everybody can see, yep, Matt spent, $740 or whatever at M&R feeds. And then, and he bought, $190 worth of straw. And there you go. No lies. That's what it cost. Simple as that. It's like there's no room for a devious interpretation there, or saying, oh yeah, he's juicing it. You know what I mean? Well, that's all nice. We need of your family helping you out so that you can relax and have a coffee with us here today. You just got to get them to do it all the time. We're everywhere, Paul. Absolutely everywhere. There are people right now in Japan watching us that are afraid to comment. But they're watching us. We got people from India watching right now. You'd be surprised. Like, it's really quite shocking. They don't all comment because they're afraid to. Because, sometimes people jump down their throats because they're not speaking English and they don't realize that the ducks are international. The ducks speak duck. And we're actually, to the ducks, we're like foreigners. You know what I mean? But there are certain people who jump down the throat of people jumping in that, they're putting another language in and saying, this is English. No, it's duck. We're a duck channel. So, not everybody's friendly to other languages. So it scares other people. Because I've gotten messages from people that they're afraid to comment because of some people jumping down on it. So I try to discourage that, the jumping part down them. That's why we have Google Translate. And sometimes it makes a mess of things. Good morning, home. I hope I said that right. See, there's someone from Poland watching us right now. Gaceki. I hope I got that. Gaceki. That sounds right. Gaceki. Did I make a mess of that? Never feed bread to ducks. You should tell those people they're killing the ducks, Kim. They're starving the ducks. Good morning, Ford. Go and tell them. Next time you see them feeding the ducks bread, tell them you're starving the ducks. They should never eat bread. It fills their belly up, gives them no nutrition, and then they think they're full, then they don't eat, and then they die a slow death of starvation. No. You don't think so? What do you mean, Kim? You just asked me a question, I told you the right answer, and you say you don't think so? Don't ask me questions then. Oh gosh, we're doing these cryptic short answers that I'm supposed to figure out what you're thinking? I have no idea. Yes, Peggy, I see you almost every day here. What you talking about? She's agreeing with me. I don't understand the short form language though, Inga. I'm sorry. I'm a full sentence kind of guy. You know that. Oh, Michael's telling me to lay off Kim. Michael, will you lay off of me? Who are you, Michael, coming here telling me to lay off? I don't understand her. What? Because I don't understand her, I'm supposed to lay off her? Yeah, you come and sit here on the side of the screen and read like these short little things. It's like you. My God, Michael, who are you? Now you put me in a bad mood. You triggered me. Michael just triggered me, folks, because I don't understand short little bursts of words. Like what? How about this, Michael? Go have a Merry Christmas somewhere else, okay? You just bum me out. I didn't want to be triggered today, folks. It's like, when I don't understand something, I'm not making crap up here, you know? I don't understand. Some of you people need to sit on this side of the camera. And you know, you got all this scrolling by and people are having conversations. There it is. There's another thing that screws you up, okay? I'm trying to communicate with everybody, and then people are talking to each other, and then I'm thinking they're saying something to me, and I'm like, what? This doesn't make any sense. And I'm supposed to figure it all out, but there's a delay too. But it's also the private conversations that are going back and forth that I'm supposed to interpret it as not my conversation. You know what I mean? Oh. Like, it's like sitting in a room and you're trying to listen to everybody. You can't. You can't. It's like you're either talking to the person beside you or you're listening to everybody and making no sense of anything. No. Oh, Colin. He was born in Florida. He's living in South Carolina. And he's 7 and he likes ducks. And he's typing. I don't believe that was him. I think Vivian, it's you typing for Colin. Oh, there's Randa like. Randa Key. I haven't seen you, Randa, in a while. And Jordan is cooking in Australia right now. I'm not an expert, Kim. I'm not an expert on ducks. I am not an expert. Don't ever think I am. I'm just a person that has a lot of experience with ducks. Not an expert. John Metzer, on the other hand, I consider him an expert. I actually asked John questions, and I found out something interesting because I contacted him about the dead duck. I thought that died of a heart attack having sex, and now we know it's a gangland slaying. Um, but he came back to me. He has his ducks on diets. He keeps the jumbo Pekings on a diet, and then when they're at 40% egg production, that's when they get regular feed again. But while they're not laying eggs, like they're on a diet. I thought that was interesting. So he actually regulates the food so that the big Pekings get less food. So now John Metzer is an expert. He knows his stuff. He's been doing it since 1972. He's been raising ducks and geese. So there's an expert. So it's nice now when I send him emails, he answers me right away. Now I've got a straight line to him on getting answers. He shares info with me. So great company. Links below, Metzer Farms. They helped us out last year, and they're going to help us out this year. Coming up, 2018, they're going to send us a bunch more ducks. So we're going to have like way too many ducks here this year. It's going to be bad. You know something? I've always said that I wanted to have like a ridiculous amount of ducks here. This coming year, 2018, that's gonna be it. It's gonna be, oh man, I'm seriously like, it's gonna be bad. I'm thinking that we might end up having a separate GoFundMe just for hired help. I'm thinking that it could get to that point. We're going to be looking at it all and thinking, figuring out, you know, how much it would cost to have somebody come here and help me on a regular basis, and then I'm just going to estimate what it would cost for the whole season and do a GoFundMe specifically for hired help, and then have somebody come here on a regular basis to help me. because I know based on last year, having those 1154 at once, I was tapped. That was it. I was at the end of my ability. But I also was dealing with a lot of curveballs technically because of all the problems we had here learning about live streaming. This year, I won't have that because I'm pretty close to being an expert on live streaming. I will take that title. Okay, I will because I'm successfully pulling off live streams now with no glitches. I know what I'm doing, and every time I have crashes or network problems, I can always fix them. I know how to fix them. So it's like, yeah, I'll take the expert title on that one. No, I'll take the professional title, not expert, because I don't know the inner workings of the code. So I'll take the professional. I'm a professional streamer, a professional serial streamer. Got that down pat. So I won't have that curveball, but I still know the 1100 ducklings was a hell of a lot of work. But I do have the slick barn now, which is very easy to clean. Snow shovel and duck poop, and there's a lot of things that are going to make it easier. But it still would be nice to have help. And if I had the help, actual guaranteed help, we could go for the solid 2,000 ducks. Would that be too much or too awesome? Imagine 2,000. Nobody's imagining that. Or we got a delay on the imagine. Duck wranglers. Wow, more like poop shovelers. Oh yeah, the food runs would be nuts. Not 5,000 ducks. No, 2,000 Vista. And I would put some kind of fencing up around the Magoon. Something to stop predators, slow them down, so we wouldn't have any of this fox stuff or coyotes darting out. And Doug could run the perimeter. Oh, the garden is no problem. So you just throw the seeds in the ground and walk away. Gardening is easy. As long as we don't have the washout wet thing happen like we did last year. If it's a normal spring plant, we'll throw the fence around it. I'll throw the fence around it, plant, and do nothing. I got that down pat. My garden is no work. No work, none, zero zip. I just stand back and watch things grow. Oh. We got it down pat on the garden situation. Can I sell poop mixed with straw and fertilizer? Nobody will buy it. They want it for free, Paul. You people don't understand here. In the country, folks, it's not like the city. Like, that's why in the city people buy this stuff because they can't get it. But when you live in the countryside, when there's so much poop and straw around the countryside, nobody does that thing. It's like, what you think is worth something is worth nothing here. Nothing. I have a compost pile. Well, they drove the excavator over. It was gotten away and ruined. It's like nobody wanted it. I have offered it to so many people. Come in, just bring a trailer. You can have it all. Nothing. Nobody wants it. It's a shame. The compost pile is going to rot down to nothing. It's going to disappear, and it's going to be the most fertile patch of ground on the property, and nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. It's not amazing. It's because we're the land of plentiful here. It's like, it's like going to, I'm trying to give an analogy here for you. It's like back in the early 90s going to Venezuela and thinking, oh, gas is worth a lot, but they're selling it for 4 cents a liter at the gas station. It's worthless. You know what I mean? It means nothing. Everybody's driving 1971 Biscaynes, and Chrysler Imperials because gas is 4 cents a liter. If I grew pumpkins on the compost pile, I would have to fence off the compost pile because the ducks will eat everything. They will eat the leaves. It'll be gone. There's no greenage. They trim everything down. Like, but I am thinking like I'm gonna run a fence line from the pen around, right from the pen, right over to the backside of the barn, right over to the lagoon, so that when I let the ducks out, it's like they're in this. I can just open the back gate, and they can come and go if they want into the pen, and in over to the lagoon, and then come into the front yard at the end of the day and cut the lawn for me. So it's going to be. I got to wait, and plus this winter I'm going to work on that self-cleaning pen idea. Going to do some networking and talking to people and to see if it's possible if we could get some involvement from a concrete company, because man, oh man, if we could, if we oh, it'd be so nice to make it self-cleaning, or pretty close to self-cleaning. It would be slick, literally slick. Like, it would make it so much easier, so much easier. Paul, we just talked about the garden. We just finished talking a whole segment on the garden here. Did you? You went away. You left the room. You went to the bathroom, didn't you, Paul? And you just came back. Alen, you just got notification because yesterday morning you were mean to me, and YouTube's getting back at you. No, he went to the bathroom. He just admitted he went to the bathroom. And Peggy's got it down. She takes her tablet with her all over the house so she doesn't miss anything. I'm down to 135 ducks. That's what I've got, and 22 geese. Good morning, Ron. So we lost 3 ducks total so far. Got a bad feeling about Dot. I think Dot is bad. I'm gonna give her a good time resting over Christmas, and we'll keep her in the hospital and see how she goes. But I'm thinking her hips are done. I think her hips are done. I think something's wrong. She's she can't walk. Like, absolutely can't walk. Which is sad because Dot is like been around since I hatched her in 2014. I think it's 2014 I hatched her. She's been around 3 years. Oh, poor little duck. I feel bad for her because she's huge, but I think that the huge part is a lot of her problem, and plus the males over the years mating her. She does produce eggs, I know that. Don't know how many eggs, but she does. But she just can't walk. And when they start using their neck, like their head, to hold herself up, if she does that, she drives her head into the ground, holding herself up, and it's like, poor little duck. Oh, it's sad. I don't like that. But I will try. I will keep her in the hospital as long as possible and see what happens. Who knows? Maybe, she'll get better and she can start walking. Maybe not. I don't know. But I know one thing. Poor girl's like having a hard time. She spends far too much time laying on her stomach. So that's How do I discard the ducks that pass away? Well, Kim, the last two, which I'm not very happy about, and actually I was talking to them yesterday to Brian at M&R Feeds about this, and it's like, it's such a shame. Two giant males, like we're talking probably 7 pounds, 7.5 pound, ducks cleaned up in the roasting pan, and they get wasted in the bush. Right, you know, I need a duck treadmill. No, they need a whirlpool tub. Actually, one of those tubs where they have to swim. What do they call those? Those swimming tubs. That have the current in them constantly, and if they don't swim, they get pushed to the end. That's what they need. What do they call those things? The tub that you have to swim in. What do they call those things? They're a wave pool, not a wave pool, perpetual pool. Maybe that's it. They use them like for training for swimming, and you walk into them a swim spa. We got all kinds of names for them, but people know what I'm talking about. That's what we need. So we hydro pool. We throw the duck in it, and if he don't swim, he gets pounded to the outside edge. So he has to swim. That'd be what they need. Treadmill is what hurts them. So we need to have a GoFundMe for a continuous perpetual wave turbo pool of some sort. God. Oh, they have them. Yeah, but the vet hospital has one for dogs. But I'm talking about the ones you see for people to swim in. They make them. Endless pool. There, Vista. Google Vista. She comes up with the endless. It's an endless pool. You can swim forever and never get to the end. No. That's what we need for the ducks. An endless pool. Actually, I could make one. I actually could, folks, because I'm just thinking. I have a whirlpool tub pump and motor attachment in the garage that I took off of a tub that somebody was throwing out. And I looked at it, I was at their house and I was looking at it, I was like, I could use that pump and motor for something one day. And you could buy one of those feed troughs that James wanted me to grab the other day, but I'd get a short little 4-footer. Well, I'd probably need a 6-footer. Oh, it would be a big contraption. Set it up in the garage floor and fill her up and turn it on, and then it would be a constant. It would be awesome, wouldn't it, to make something like that? And then the ducks could swim in it. Oh, you wouldn't want 100 gallons. 100 gallons too big, Vivian. You need a little one. Like I'm thinking, get away with like a little 4-footer. It might have to be 6 feet to give you enough room for the wave. But I have the pump. I do have the pump and motor. When we're in the garage doing the finishing off the water station, I'll show you. I have it. I have the pump and motor set up, and I just would have to flange her all up. It would work. They'd have one end sucking, one end blowing, and then it would be like the duck could be in the center of it, and he'd either swim or get pushed to the back side of it. Well, it would be like therapy. You know what I mean? It'd be like throwing a duck into the river. You'd have to put some kind of cage over it though, because the duck would definitely try to jump out of it. Oh. It would definitely try to jump out of it. A job for Boxing Day. No, I got other jobs here, Paul. I got lots of other jobs to do. Outdoor camera job. I finished the water station. Gets done. Nesting cubicles, and then, garage cleanup, and then it's time for the outdoor camera setup, so that you can see the ducks outside in the snow during the brief daylight hours we have here. So that's what's going to happen. Well, Donna, it's unacceptable that you're late. But honestly, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be leaving you now because I got to go and deal with the ducks. So, good luck on your picture taking forward. We got somebody from Portugal here, Francesca. Days are getting longer. Actually, you know what, Stephanie? It's not for another 7 days. Or 6 days. There's a period. If you actually look at the chart for hours on the daylight, it's like 5 days before and 5 days after. It pretty well says within a minute. It just sits there. It's like it's just horror how it stays in that bad zone. You don't really start seeing the minutes being added to it till like I think it's like around the 30th of December. The minutes start being, or the 25th, 26th of December or something. The minutes start getting added back onto the days. Because I had the chart, I downloaded the chart, and I looked at it, and it sucked. I was like, my God, it sort of like stalls, you know? Like it just stalls. It's like an airplane going, and then it starts, it just stops. Like, uh, you can Google it to get the chart, but it's bad how it just stalls. It's like, it isn't like, oh, it just instantly starts getting longer. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's like there is a stall there. It's like, maybe it's 4 or 5 days. It's like the 25th or the 26th. So technically right now, the 23rd, we're still doomed. We're on the plateau. What's the chart called? Oh, I can't remember, Inga. I downloaded it off of some government site. It was actually an Excel spreadsheet off of some scientific site, and you put your latitude and your longitude in of where you were, and then it would generate the spreadsheet for you to tell you the sunrise and sunset of where you are. And for me here, there was a stall that lasted like 9 days or something like that. Before and after, like it was bad. It just didn't, you know. Oh, goodbye, Francisca. Merry Christmas. Hope you have a good day. So, but if you Google it, you'd find it. I can't remember how I found it. Yeah, see, James. I think James just found the chart because he's about 6 seconds, 6 seconds longer, like 6 seconds. Oh yeah, I'll notice that. Like, you know what I mean? It takes forever for it to accelerate again for longer days. It's bad. Like, do you notice 6 seconds longer? That's like a blink and a half. You know what I mean? But there is a brief period of time there where it just sucks. That's like right now. It's just long, long nights. Oh. But there is a thing. You can download it. You can find it. If you can work Google, you'll find her. You'll find it, Vista. You will. I know you will. I have confidence in you. You know how to use Google. All right, folks. I'm gonna go and start the day here. I'm going to go and work on the surprise, and then take care of the ducks. Let me go check the. Yeah. It says it's -8 right now. It's -8. Let me just see what the wind chill is. I'm thinking we're gonna let the ducks out. Oh, -16 wind chill. -14. I'm gonna go outside and see what it's like. Oh, but yet the weather station hourly forecast says that there's no wind chill right now. Who knows? I'm thinking the ducks can come out. So we're gonna have a surprise. I'm gonna say goodbye. There's gonna be a surprise on the channel here shortly. I might have to take a stream and put it on pause while I do this surprise. We'll see how my bandwidth goes. I don't know yet. But I'm going to, I gotta go start my day because it's Christmas Saturday, and I don't want it to be a late day. And I know I gotta clean the barn today. I gotta clean the barn, and actually I think the barn has to be totally clean from one end to the other, and I gotta finish off the watering station. Is what's gotta happen. I want it done today so that I can do the cubicles next and start cleaning my garage out, and then outdoor camera, which is probably going to work out just fine. I might get it done for a Christmas, outdoor Christmas with the ducks outside. So maybe we can. What's the weather going to be like Christmas Day? I don't know. I should just leave that tab open instead of reopening it all the time. What's Christmas Day going to be like? I could potentially have the outdoor camera done, -8, outdoor Christmas. You know? -7 in snow. I gotta come up with this snow thing with the camera. Alright. Jackie wants to rub it in. It's gonna be 36 degrees C where she is. I don't like 36 C. I wouldn't want to do 36 C unless I was on a beach laying by the ocean on a month's holidays. I would do 36 C for that, Jackie. Don't want to work in that. But holidays, yes. Absolutely, a month of that in a heartbeat. I do a month of 36 on holidays. Wouldn't even hesitate for that one. Sign me up. But I don't want to work in that one. I'd rather have the minus what I'm doing here and working than live in 36. But holidays 36, sign me up. I can do that. Because you know, when you're on holidays, you can live in a swimsuit. That's all you have to wear. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye. Merry Christmas, everybody. Talk to you later. I'm going to go work on the surprise, get it up and running, and we'll see if if it's going to work. I don't even know if it's going to work. So there might be no surprise. There just might be me opening the barn door and letting ducks out. So I'm hoping the surprise works. But honestly, I have no idea yet. Okay, goodbye.